I have a PhD. I have all sorts of sensitivities about it, and I don't want to hear any bull, any of you, even if you're correct. Well, hold on. Will you guys still be my friends?
Absolutely not. You pathetic, balding 40-year-old man.
What's up, motivators? Welcome back. It's Kevin. This is Pure Bullfit, and today we're going to talk a little crap about one of my favorite content creators, one of my favorite people in the fitness industry, one of the people I consistently go to for information, Dr. Mike Israetel, who has fallen from the heights of heaven and smashed upon the rocks of the cold, serious earth, having become a soulless sellout, or at least, according to TNF.
There's such a concern with getting views that you're willing to give absolutely horrific information just to get clicks.
Who was very offended by this abomination of an amalgamation, this combination that should not exist, this exercise right here.
And we are going to do a classic cable fly. The next movement is for me to bicep curl all the way to this position here, which sets us up for a press, returning us back to the fly slow.
Yeah, so about a month ago, Dr. Mike Israetel came out with a video talking about time-saving exercises, and that was one of them. Now, there was some really good information in there. The thruster, excellent exercise if you have to train a lot of your body at once. Personally, I prefer the snatch from the floor version, pressing in front of your face instead of behind the neck. Feel like you're going to work out 90% of the muscles in your body. I'm estimating, I don't know how many muscles are actually worked in that combination, but it's a lot, and if you do it, you'll understand. But the point is, I also saw this exercise, and I thought it was stupid. I did. I saw it, and I was like, that's not for me. I'm not going to do that. And then I went on with my life. But then later on, I saw Sean Nelawani's response. Love his content, think that he's a really smart guy, and he had some reasonable critiques, well articulated. And then I saw TNF's response. He had a lot of the same critiques and came to a lot of the same conclusions, and then, of course, said that Dr. Mike was a sellout for it. Let's just say I don't agree. Let's just say that would be, to me, like calling TNF a fake, a phony, or a sellout, because he will do call-out videos with a very condescending presentation, but when he's in the very same room with those very same people that he was just talking about, sitting on a couch talking about fitness myths, his whole ass attitude is different. Now, that just may be the way that he gets down. I can't say it's right or it's wrong. I will tell you that personally, the way I feel about it is if I say it one way behind this camera, I'm going to say it the same way to your face. And anybody who's ever met me knows that that's absolutely the truth. But that approach is not for everybody, and I understand that. I'm just pointing out that calling him a sellout over that is kind of ridiculous. But otherwise had some great points about the flaws of the exercise. I'm trying not to be as dismissive as I used to be about things that I disagree with upon seeing them. So I decided that, like Sean Nelawani, I was at least going to try this. And I think it's fair to say that I get an opinion on this because of all the people that we're talking about this. I am by far the strongest bencher. That's definitely a valid credential that totally matters, right? Yeah, a couple of weeks after my 46th birthday, I touch and go bench pressed 425 pounds, and I pause benched 415 pounds. 2 lifetime bests for me. That is definitely something TNF can't do, something I suspect that Sean Nelawani can't do, and from what I've seen, it's something that even a guy on copious amounts of PEDs, Dr. Mike Israetel, can't and is not interested in doing. I know that he used to be much stronger than he is now, and I'm not picking on you, dude. I'm just saying, we're coming up with ridiculous reasons why our opinion matters, so this one's mine. Anyway, I've been benching for a long time, so I know what stimulates my chest. I know what is challenging for my chest. I know what builds my chest. And giving this an initial shot, as initially recommended in the very first video, it didn't really work for me. I chose a weight that would be challenging for 8 to 10 reps for my biceps from that position. Intense stretch, hard on my biceps for like 8 reps initially. But my chest, my shoulders, my triceps, they did not get jack shit out of this. This was not effective. And to Dr. Mike's credit, he comes back and he makes a response to the response, 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 to the you get what we're talking about here.
I feel like you're just rear guard defending your stupid bullshit and you can't take the L. I am the L.
He acknowledged that the abomination combination is silly and that it deserved the feedback that it got. And then he went ahead and fixed it. So he's like, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. That's reasonable. I'm going to take my shots. I'm going to subtly acknowledge that I took this a little bit personally at first. I love the way that he presented all of that. But then he gave us this fix for it.
What you do is to the other muscle, to the other movements in the combo, you do a higher number of reps relative to that muscle.
So naturally, I had to try that as well. So what I decided to do here was 4 repetitions of the chest press for every one of the reverse fly and the bicep curl. I figured that would give me around 25 repetitions of the chest press if I did 8 to 10 of the bicep curl. And for me, honestly, I know that over 25 repetitions can work for building muscle, but it's not conducive to my strength goals, which is strength, which is building strength, being able to move a lot of weight. I would like to be bigger and leaner, but I don't want to lose strength in that process. So I'm not going to be doing a lot of 25 repetition work sets. That just doesn't make sense to me. But I got to tell you, by the end of this, I still don't think that it was a very good exercise for the chest. Not at all. My chest was not tired. What was tired was my poor anterior deltoids. Those things were lit up from being stretched in the very bottom of the reverse fly position. Then you go to the bicep curl, and then they get a contraction, or 4 of them, because that's how many reps I was doing afterwards. They were on fire. My chest was not pumped at all, and my biceps got a decent curl. And all in all, this set took a long time. In fact, it took a little longer than doing a full set of incline press for 15 reps with 100-pound dumbbells, and then doing a set of easy bar curls immediately after it with no rest. That took slightly less time than this set did. So as far as efficiency, not really. As far as efficacy, not really. Where I can tell you it is useful is you're short on time, you only have access to twin cable towers and a bench, and nobody's letting you on the bench press, the power rack, anywhere near the dumbbells or anything like that. You can still get some work in, but that's the way that I view doing split squats at home. It's not my first choice. It's not where I want to be. It's not how I want to be doing it. But if I have no other options, I'm still going to get a workout in. The real call out for me isn't the crappy exercise selection. It isn't the bad take on, Dr. Mike suddenly becoming a sellout because he laid 1 egg. People get to disagree. If you don't like something, don't like it. If it becomes problematic, it's putting people in danger, it's hurting people, by all means, call it out. That's where our focus should be. There's so much crap going on that this is just kind of ridiculous to me. Don't expect everybody to be perfect or all their ideas to be good. If something resonates with you and it works, do it. I try lots of new things in my exercise routine. There's very little that I consistently do outside of the big 3 because I'm a powerlifting competitor and I like to compete in powerlifting. So naturally, I have to do those 3. But outside of that, there's no magic movements. If it challenges you through a range of motion and uses the muscles, it's probably going to end up in progress. It's really that simple, but that doesn't sell shit, right? That doesn't make people money. That threatens the wallets of influencers everywhere who desperately need you to think that their way is the only way or the more effective way. The Naughty Aguilars out there, the functional pattern gurus, the Joel Seedmans, the half-wits, the knuckle-dragging douche bros that are out there screaming, just work harder. If you're not shredded, it's because you don't care about yourself enough. Shut up. Life is complicated. All right? This is not that serious. And to show you how serious I am that this is not that serious, I've made all of my programs free. If I wrote a program that wasn't specifically for a certain person for their specific situation, my program's PDF now free for you. That link down there, everybody can have them. Everybody. Because I want people to be healthy. I really mean that. I've even set up a cheap way that anybody can do one of my pre-existing programs on an app, track their progress, talk to me, have their questions answered, maybe even swap out some exercises. Follow it, have that accountability, watch their progress happen, $10 a month. To be perfectly transparent, I can only work with about 15 to 25 people, one-on-one daily contact, personalized programming all the time because of the work that I do at the International Nonprofit Preparatory School, where we're helping high school students prepare for college, local kids, rural kids, kids from over 40 countries. That's important work, and I love doing it. But to help as many people as I possibly can, because nobody's coming to save us, I've made all my programs free, and they're all going to be free from now on. Every program that I come out with is going to be free, period. So click that link, share it with your friends. No strings, no signups, no bullshit, no email lists, none of the rest of that crap. If you want one-on-one coaching, hit me up directly. I'll see if I have a slot open. And if you want to do one of my programs for less than the cost of a meal at McDonald's a month, track all your progress, share your achievements, have your questions answered, all that stuff, hit me up there too, all right? I am hoping that we can make a dent in the health crisis that is burgeoning in this country on this planet. I think that stuff is way more concerning, way more important, and should be talked about a hell of a lot more than some crap-ass exercise put out by a guy who has already demonstrated that he's willing to give a ton of information, a ton of resources, help people live longer, healthier lives. So I really don't think it's that important. It's a flash in the pan. It is nonsense. It is not that important. And that's actually what I came here to say today, right? So you laid an egg. Somebody make a fucking omelet, okay? Anyway, that's all I have to say. That's the video for today. If you liked it, they got a button for that. If you didn't like it, they got a button for that too. Either way, let me know about it in the comment section below. So until I see you in the next video, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and find a little time to go fit yourself.